Hi you guys and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amrita. I make videos about life in Germany and Europe in general, about jobs, visas, finance and much more to follow. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very important topic for Indian couples who plan to move to Germany or are even already here. So the topic for today is marriage verification. Yes, Indian marriage certificate is not recognized in Germany. And for that matter, any other certificate such as birth certificate or any school certificates, everything has to be verified by a German authority in order to be accepted here. This was established as part of the Hague Convention. I'll provide you with a link in the description box so that you can read through and have a complete information of the details of the Hague Convention. So without any further ado, let's dive into the process of marriage verification. Alright, so the marriage verification can happen under two scenarios. The first one being when you apply for a family reunion visa from India to join your spouse who is already residing in Germany. At the same time, I have heard from a bunch of my friends that this process did not happen for them when they applied for the family reunion visa from India. Especially people who have qualified to apply from the Bangalore consulate, it does not necessarily happen there. But apart from that, in any other consulate, for example, in Kolkata or in Mumbai, Chennai or Delhi, it is quite a mandatory step. This brings us to the second scenario. So for people who haven't gone through the marriage verification during the visa application process, they can come to Germany. But while they try to get themselves registered in the city registration office, their marital status will be unknown and the city registration office will request you to initiate the marriage verification from Germany. And now let's talk about the process of this marriage verification. So in both the scenarios, the process will be more or less the same. If you're applying a visa afresh and at that time the verification happens, you must have already submitted your marriage certificate and any other required documents to the consulate. But in the latter scenario, the city registration office will take your marriage certificate, and if you are also validating your birth certificate, that will also be collected by them. Also, a German translated copy of your marriage certificate will be taken by the city registration office, and this will be posted to India to the respective consulate, and that is decided as per your residential address in India. So for example, people from Pune and Mumbai will belong to the Mumbai consulate. Similarly, people from Orissa or West Bengal will belong to the Kolkata consulate, and so on. The German consulates in India, they actually hire a law firm to do this on-ground verification on behalf of them. So there is a fair chance that an advocate or a consultant will visit your and your spouse's residential address to inquire about the whole ceremony and to actually verify the certificate. In some cases, the law firm representative will give you a heads up that he is going to visit your place so and so day, so that you are there prepared. But it can totally differ from case to case. They can even arrive without any previous intimation. Let me set your expectations right about this whole process. The marriage verification in Germany is quite detailed, and rightfully so, because you're entitled to do even a job with a family reunion visa, which is not the case in all the countries. But apart from that, there are many occurrences of contract marriages or frauds, which is why this whole Hague Convention has been established to make this process more stringent. But as long as you provide correct information which satisfies the law firm representative, you have nothing to worry about. The whole inquiry and the verification by the law firm can get into very minute detail. They can ask all of your family members about the different dates, like for how many days the ceremony happened and where it was. and they can even see your marriage album. You may need to provide some of the photographs of the different ceremonies so that they can communicate that back to the consulate. So please be prepared to be very clear on your answers, and it should go smooth if your information is genuine. In most of the cases, they go to the venue where the ceremony actually happened. They can even check the registration details on the day of your marriage if you were actually registered for that ceremony in that venue. If it is a registered marriage, they will go to the registrar, and they can even ask for the witnesses who were present during your marriage and inquire if the ceremony really happened. It can get into that detail, trust me. Once the representative takes all the information from you, your family members, or the witnesses, or from the registration office, etc., they report all this information back to the consulate. And now it's to the discretion of the consulate to decide whether your marriage is verified successfully or not. Now, what would be the duration of this whole process? So it may vary from 2 to 5 months, but in some worst case scenario, I have even heard people waiting for more than 6 months for the verification process to happen. I can share my own experience. So for me, this process was done when I was already in Germany, and starting from the document collection by the city registration office to actually getting a confirmation of the whole verification, it took me around 4 months. But again, it can vary from case to case totally. Now, the next question that arises is, does this cost you anything? Of course, it does. So it again depends on which consulate is responsible for your verification. So if it is being done as part of the visa application process, the fees will be in INR. So it ranges from 25 to 50,000 based on your consulate. And if you're doing it while you're in Germany, it ranges from 300 to 600 euros. Now, what is the cost for? This cost covers all the hiring of the law firm and the representative visiting your places and their stay, and everything is being paid by the cost that you have to submit to the consulate. This initial cost of the verification is kind of fixed per consulate. However, if there is any money left at the end of the process, they give it to you back. Or if it is more than what they took from you in advance, they can even ask you for more money. Now let's talk a little about the benefits of this marriage verification process. That totally again depends on when this verification process happens for you. So if it is a part of your visa application process, you don't have any other choice. You must go through this mandatory process to get a visa to come to Germany at the first place. But if you're already in Germany, then also you should consider the marriage verification process. The first reason being, the tax class for you and your spouse will be 1 by default. But if your marriage is verified, you can change it as per your salary range. If you and your spouse have a huge salary difference, you can take the respective tax classes of 3 and 5. And if you earn around the same range of salary, then you will be moved from tax class 1 to 4. The other fact we were informed of during the process is, if you have kids in the future, as long as you don't have your marriage verified, the kid will receive only a temporary birth certificate. But if you have this marriage verification done, it will be normal. So that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you found this information useful. I have seen so many people asking so many questions in different forums about this whole marriage verification process. And it's really quite confusing because it really depends on your consulate in India. Also, when you arrive in Germany, it again depends on the city you reside in. In some of the cities, they don't even ask for this whole verification process. But if you are asked to do, I suggest you go for it. I understand it's a costly and it's a tedious process, but it has its own advantages. So, yeah, if you have any further questions, do let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to assist you. If you find this content useful, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It will encourage me to bring more such content for you, and it's totally free. On that note, bye for today, and I'll see you again with a next video. Till then, take care and bye.